Introduction to analysis of an argument. So, an argument is defined as a claim supported by evidence and reasoning. It is a process of persuasion aimed at convincing an audience of a particular viewpoint. So there are a few components, three components, key components of an argument. So you have a claim, the main assertion, evidence, supporting data, and reasoning, the rationale connecting the two. So understanding these components aids in effective argument analysis. So, argument analysis is important because it enhances critical thinking skills and enables individuals to discern valid reasoning from faulty logic. This skill is crucial in various fields, including law and journalism, but it also can be extremely useful and important in everyday decision making. So, when analyzing arguments, first you're going to identify claims. So, claims are the statements or assertions that an argument seeks to prove. Recognizing claims is essential as they establish the central point that the author wants the audience to accept. Clear identification of claims enables a more robust critique of the argument's validity. So, you want to evaluate the evidence. So, evidence supports claims and strengthens arguments. The evaluation of evidence involves assessing its relevance, credibility, and sufficiency, which helps determine whether the claims can be substantiated. Strong evidence bolsters persuasive effectiveness in an argument. So, understanding assumptions. So, assumptions are the unstated beliefs or ideas that underlie claims. Identifying and examining these assumptions reveals potential weaknesses in arguments and can highlight biases. Recognizing assumptions can lead to a deeper understanding of the argument foundation and implications. So, assumptions are essentially baseless claims that are made without any supporting evidence. These can be dangerous as they don't provide any true information, but they do tend to have a lot of emotional appeal to them. So people are more often likely to believe these assumptions to be true. A few fallacies to look out for. So, ad hominem is a fallacy that occurs when arguments are directed against a person's character rather than the content of their argument. So, this approach undermines logical discourse by shifting focus away from valid points of contention. So, when you attack a person's character, not necessarily their credibility, but their character, who they are as a person, that distracts away from what it is that they're saying and makes people question why it is that they're saying it and who essentially they think they are to make the claims they're making. Strawman fallacy misrepresents an opponent's argument to make it easier to attack. So, oversimplifying or distorting the original stance, one can create a misleading debate that avoids addressing the real issues at hand. So, slippery slope fallacy suggests that a relatively small first step leads to a chain of related events culminating in significant negative consequences. This argument often exaggerates the potential outcomes without providing evidence for such outcomes. False dichotomy presents two opposing options as the only possible choices, ignoring other viable alternatives. So, by limiting options, this fallacy simplifies complex issues and manipulates the decision making process. And we have an appeal to emotion. So, this seeks to manipulate feelings rather than relying on factual evidence or logic. While emotional appeals can be persuasive, they can also detract from substantive arguments and cloud rational judgment. So, some practical applications of arguments. So, real world examples. So, in real life scenarios, effective argument analysis helps individuals navigate complex discussions, from policy debates to interpersonal conflicts, ensuring clear communication. So, for instance, analyzing political speeches enables voters to distinguish between valid arguments and emotional appeals. Analyzing news articles through the lens of argumentation reveals biases and logical inconsistencies. So, identifying the claims, evidence, and potential fallacies in reporting encourages readers to approach media critically and assess the reliability of sources. So, skillful argument analysis is crucial for effective debating and persuasion. Understanding various strategies such as ethos, pathos, and logos allow individuals to construct compelling arguments and respond effectively to counter arguments.